The Unova Tour is coming up really quick, trainers, and this is for the in-person event that we're going to go ahead and go over in detail as much as possible. Let's get into it. Tickets are going to be $30 US at the Rose Bowl location, and this is going to be for the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We're going to go over event gameplay, in-person experiences, planning your trip, tickets, and the global tour as well. Here's the event gameplay in the Unova Tour in-person event. We're going to get Kyurem White and Kyurem Black with the new fusions. And the way that's going to work is we're going to need 30 candies of Kyurem, 30 candies of Zekrom, 30 candies of Reshiram as well. And then we're going to need 1,000 Volt Fusion and 1,000 Blaze Fusion to fuse them up. And when you get Kyurem Black, you're going to get Freeze Shock. And if you get Kyurem White, you're going to get Ice Burn. The way you're going to collect that stuff is going to be through the raid. And by the way, they are going to be shiny available. Another debut is we're going to get shiny Meloetta, which is included in your event ticket. And that'll be part of your master research work. And another debut is we're going to get shiny form, a Deerling on all 4 forms. Another shiny debut is going to be through the regional exclusives as well, where we're going to get shiny Maractus, Sigilyph, Buffalint, and of course, if you're lucky, you're going to get the shinies out of those. And that's going to be through 10k eggs. These are the raid Pokemon that are going to be in the Unova Tour. In 5-star raids, we're going to get Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem Black, Kyurem White. And of course, you can get their shinies. And if you're lucky, you're going to get a cool background. Next up, we're going to get event-themed Pokemon throughout the wild, which they're going to be appearing in the different habitats. These habitats are going to be rotating throughout the day at the event. In the first habitat, these are the Pokemon that are going to be appearing. We're going to get Oshawott, Roggenrola, Woobat, Drillbur, Tortuga, Minccino, Vanillite, Deerling Winter Form, Joltik, Klink, Tynamo, Axew, Chubcho, Cryogonal. And these are the Pokemon in the Spring Soiree habitat that we're going to get. And that'll include Snivy, Pansage, Muna, Audino, Timber, Sewaddle, Venipede, Cottony, Foongoose, Alamala, Barrowseed. And in the Summer Vacation habitat, we're going to get Tepig, Lillup, Pansear, Pidove, Blitzel, Tynamo, Darumaka, Dwebble, Archon, Trubbish, Deerling Summer, Emolga, Stunfish, and Rufflet. And in the final habitat, which is Autumn Masquerade, we're going to get Patrat, Purloin, Panpour, Scraggy, Yamask, Gothita, Solosis, Deerling Autumn, Frillish, male and female, Ilgim, Litwick, Golett, Dino. And in all 4 habitats, we're going to get these Pikachu exclusives. Pikachu wearing Hilbert's hat, Hilda's hat, Nate's visor, Rose's visor, and Trudgeon. And you're going to get a shiny in all these habitats. And next up, these are the eggs that are going to hatch at the Unova Tour. In 2-kilometer eggs, we're going to get Roggenrola, Timber, Carablast, Shalmet, and Larvesta. And you can get them in shiny. In 5k eggs, we're going to get Throw, Sock, Heatmore, Durant, and Larvesta. And in 10k eggs, we're going to hatch Maractus, Sigilyph, Buffalint, and Larvesta, and they can all be shiny in these eggs. These are the instant encounters for the Unova Tour. And keep in mind, the daily instance does not count for this. We're going to get encounters with unknown A, N, O, U, and V, and they can all be shiny. The Unova Tour is going to include snapshot encounters with these Pikachus here, by the way. And it's saying you can get 12 event snapshot encounters throughout the day. This is going to be the research work for the Unova Tour. So in this little section, it's saying you can take part in 2 sides of a story. Basically, it's going to look like the way it was last year is you could choose to either get more run-ins with one or the other. So you could probably get more run-ins with Kyurem Black or Kyurem White is how it's going to probably go though. There's going to be an event-timed research task that is going to end at 5 p.m., which is going to include Thundurus, Landorus, and Tornadus. The way you're going to be able to get this timed research task that's going to expire is you got to spin Pokestops throughout the environments that you're in. And then you can go ahead and try to get this done by 5 p.m. during your event ticket day. The next field research work that's going to be going on for the Unova Tour is called Fun-Filled Research. And these are the Pokemon that are going to be included for that there. And you can get XXS or XXL for the Basculin Red Stripe or the Blue Stripe form. You can get those Pikachus with the hats and visors. And you can get all 4 forms of the Deerlings. There's going to be a new Enigma field research work for the Unova Tour as well that you can do. And this is going to be throughout the city. And you get a chance to get the special background too with those. And these Pokemon are going to include Purloin, Pidove, Bouldur, Woobat, Timber, Tynepool, Sandile, Darumaka, Darmanitan, Scraggy, Sigilyph, Joltik, Feralseed, and Klink. Okay, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the bonus features. You're going to get boosted shiny rates, you're going to get half distance for eggs, up to 6 special trades, half Stardust cost, and 9 daily raid passes per day for spinning photo discs. And the Unova Tour is also going to have party play challenges as well, so you can get encounters with Throw, Sock, Heatmore, and Durant. And this one seems new. They're going to have event Pokestops appearing near metro stations throughout LA, so you can go ahead and spin these Pokestops, run into Team Rocket Go members, and get these following Pokemon, which is going to include Shadow Roggenrola, Drillbur, Timber, Joltik, Litwick, and Golett. And after defeating these Team Rocket grunts, you're going to get special 12k eggs, which is going to include Sandile, Mienfoo, Poniard, and Vullaby. As far as routes go at the Unova Tour, they're going to have routes, but not in the Rose Bowl. They're going to have them all throughout LA, and you can get more run-ins with Basculin Blue Stripe or the Red Stripe. Next up, we're going to talk about merchandise at the Unova Tour. The merchandise you get here can only be through pre-order. You cannot go into a shop and just pick them up and buy what you want to get. You do have to order in advance, and if you forget to, don't worry. As long as they have supplies, they're going to let you order them on the website, and then you just pick it up right then. But you're going to get these cool tees, white and black. You're going to get this sweater as well, cool tote bag, and a pin. So that covers everything for the event gameplay. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to in-person experiences, which is going to include awesome backgrounds. You get to go and take photos. You can also hang out with some mascots, take photos with them. You can go to these team lounges where you can do some trivia, get some little prizes. You can even find a booth lounge for the streamers. Last time at the Sinnoh Tour, they had a artist booth as well. So that's going to do it for the in-person experiences. Next, we're going to go on to the planning your trip. For this, we want to go ahead and talk about the entry policy, maybe some hotels nearby, driving, the traffic, and so forth. If you want to figure out what you're going to expect for how to get into the Rose Bowl, highly recommend you go to the website at the Rose Bowl. They're going to explain what's allowed, what's not allowed, what exceptions they can do. If you got medical needs, then they can go ahead and take care of that. And they have their own plethora of things that they do accept and don't accept. Like some of the things they would prefer that you have, like clear bags. As far as I know, you can't bring your own food in. Water bottles, they have to be factory sealed water bottles, like, you know, ones you get from the grocery store. If you want to bring your own water bottle, you can. They don't want you bringing any kind of things that you shouldn't be putting into that bottle. As far as parking goes, you have to purchase that through the Rose Bowl website as well, which is I think like $35 and $85 I think for oversized vehicles. But as far as I recommend is if you are going to be flying in, of course, hopefully you're going to get a hotel stay where you can just go ahead and maybe do a 5-minute drive, or you can just walk down there and you don't even have to worry about parking at all, and you can just hop into line. Now, the other thing too is if you're going to be driving anywhere in the surrounding cities, then I definitely recommend arrive an hour early. The next thing we're going to go ahead and talk about is the event tickets. So there are add-ons you can do besides getting your in-person event ticket. So they have the Raid Lover, which basically you're going to get 18 raid passes for spinning Pokestops or gyms. You're going to get an additional 5k XP, 6 additional candies awarded for catching Pokemon in 5-star raids, 3 additional XL candies for trainers level 31 and above. There's also a Egg Enthusiast ticket, quarter hatch distances, 3 times hatch XP, 3 times hatch candy, 3 times hatch stardust, and increased chances of 10k eggs, especially if you want to get those regional exclusives. Next up is the citywide gameplay add-on, which is $20, which gives you wild encounters with event Pokemon, increased chances of encountering shiny Pokemon, 6 special trades a day, half stardust cost, half hatch distances, 9 daily raid passes for spinning Pokestops and gyms, access to event field research tasks as well, and they let you gift these tickets to your Pokemon friends. You just gotta have their trainer names. So that pretty much covers all the basics at the Unova Tour. So the next thing I want to talk about is some personal experiences that I had last year at the Sinnoh Tour that I think will be helpful for the Unova Tour. So the food, they have really good food. It's just going to be a long wait. You're easily going to be waiting an hour to an hour and a half just to get in line and get your food. But don't worry, because you can't leave the Rose Bowl and you can go to one of the street vendors, or you can go to a local fast food joint and get some food there for half the cost if you want to be on a budget, and you're going to wait less, which means you're going to get more gameplay. And don't worry, they'll let you go ahead and repark. And this was really helpful to know that. So hopefully this year, I would love it if they did double down on the food trucks that they had. They had maybe about 3 or 4 food trucks as far as I remember. So if they did like 6 or 8, oh, so much better. And you're going to probably spend a minimum $20 a person for like a full meal, food, drinks, all that. Another thing that would also be a little bit better is if they did add on a lot more benches or tables for people to sit down on. It wasn't a big deal, but hey, the grass was wet, so you had to stand and eat. And I believe that does it for the Unova Tour. So hopefully that helps any of you trainers that are new to these tours. And I hope you trainers have a great time at the Unova Tour. Please give a follow. And if I missed something, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer you as soon as I can. And other than that, take care, trainers. Peace.